Hey everybody, it's Karen and Paul.
Hello.
With Food and Family, and we are preparing our raised garden beds so we can get planting very soon. We want some vegetables, we want some tomatoes, some peppers, some herbs, and I think I'm going to try growing some cucumbers and some squash up tomato cages and see how they'll do growing up. So yeah, watch us as we get our beds
Some friends
prepared.
of ours in Jasper, it's about an hour away, Arthur and Katrina Bagwell. Arthur made these. I'm sure Katrina helped him a little bit, but they're great people. They made us 3 of these. They're 4 foot long, and
How deep are they?
I think, let's see.
2 foot.
I did know. We're just doing this naturally. Nothing's planned, so.
Yeah, he built them to our specifications.
Yeah, it's 4 foot long. They're 21.5 inches deep, or 21 inches deep, and 31 inches wide. Now you say, well, that's too deep, that's going to take a lot of soil. And we had them built where Karen could actually work these. She wanted to work them, so they're at the height where she can work them. But to build up on the inside, first we're going to put this black plastic. It's weather and water resistance. We bought a 10 foot by 25 foot roll. It takes 8 foot in length and then the width to go around the sides on the inside. Now this liner will be stapled, as you'll see later, all the way around, then we'll trim it. Now if we were good enough, we could lay it on the ground, measure the sides and the ends, and cut it like putting a seat cover on, but
we're not that good.
Looks like it may rain in a little bit, so we want to go ahead and get that done. But
and then after we get the liner in, we're going to put straw in the bottom, and then we'll put twigs and like small limbs. You don't want fat ones, but small limbs, like twigs
and leaves
in the bottom.
Pine straw.
And then cardboard on top of that.
Right.
This is all materials that will disintegrate,
Decompose,
but they won't. Yeah, but they won't grow up through the dirt. So, and then we'll put our soil on top of that, and then we can start planting. So
now I got all this at Tractor Supply. They had everything we needed, other than the Bagwells building these for us. And I'm gonna walk down here and tell you what we got to put in it, but we'll show you later.
Yeah, and we're gonna put some, you've got manure to mix in with the soil.
Yeah. I got a couple of bags of humus and manure. We're gonna mix all this together. Got 10 bags, I hope it's enough, of topsoil, and then 2 large bags of Miracle Grow garden soil, vegetable and herb mixture. And we'll mix all this together. Hopefully we'll get some big vegetables out of it. And also got her a short hose where we can hook it to the faucet over here. And she's got a long wand where she can water it. And
yeah, I could actually stand on the deck and water it instead of walking down here if I want to.
yeah.
But our next step, as you said, we've got 2. They haven't been stapled yet, but we've just got the liner laying over it. So we're going to get this on.
Okay. Yes, we got too much plastic, and doing it this way you waste a little bit, but I can use it on other things.
But that'll trim off as we get.
Now, we're going to pinch the corners so it'll stay the same length, and we're going to push it down in.
I'm sorry if it's loud.
It may not, well, I guess it will be because we got the microphones on us. Sorry about that.
But it's like putting a pie crust into your pie dish. You don't
You had to
force
throw
it.
cooking in, didn't you?
Yeah, you don't force it, you just kind of fold it in there.
Just kidding. How far are you hanging over on the other side?
Back here. I'm just right here.
Okay. You can.
I'm over the edge.
Okay, we could come that way.
Yeah. But
We're actually going to staple it below the edge.
Yeah.
So
and we'll trim the excess off.
Yeah.
So.
I'm going to cover up my microphone, wherever it is, while I put a few staples in it. And all I'm using is a Stanley handheld heavy-duty staple gun. I've got an electric one, but I thought I'd just use this because it may start raining in a minute.
But then we're going to come back and put some holes in the bottom of this plastic for drainage.
Started to ask our boys to come over and help us, since I only can use one arm right now, one hand. Had a little surgery the other day, but I got my helper here, my elf, and it'll all be good.
So then we'll go around and staple up here on the tops, and then we can trim it.
I'm coming all the way to the ridge up under it. Whoops, almost used that arm. Tell you what, we're going to cut it off for a minute while we finish stapling it, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, so our next step now is
to get the straw.
Okay.
And we're going to fill it up. It comes off in sections about that thick.
Okay.
So it will come up from here to about here.
Okay. Then after we get all this filled up, then we're going to come back and trim off this excess plastic. All right, so let's start strawing it.
Get some hay fever here.
Yeah. Should I just put this whole section down in there?
Yes, please.
Okay, so.
Yeah, that way it stay together, and the roots will grow through this too. And of course, we're going to put the other items there.
You want me to do it just like that?
That's fine.
Okay.
If we didn't do this, it would take a whole dump truck load of topsoil and stuff, but we need all this.
That'd be too heavy, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and we need all this mixture. Well, too expensive.
Yeah, see, this will.
All this mixture will help everything to grow.
That'll help give it some minerals and nutrients and stuff on it.
It will.
Because that'll pack down.
Yeah, this one I'm gonna have to put on the side, so I can try to get it the same height. We'll take the camera off the tripod next, and I just need
we might not need a whole bale per.
I just top section of it. I think, of course, everything's gonna pack it down. Yeah, just spread it out. As long as we keep it even,
yeah,
it'll be good.
Well, and we're supposed to have some rain tonight, so that's going to pack it down too. I can't wait to get some vegetables growing in here.
But having these built was about around half the price of going to the store and buying them. Plus, they'll last a lot more years. They're sturdier. They're heavy duty. And,
yeah, if you know somebody that can build them for you, it'll help the middleman, the little man, the little business.
Because we're trying to conserve also.
Yeah.
I spent, I believe, $140 at Lowe's on the straw and the topsoil and the different things, the manure and the humus and the Miracle-Gro bags.
Tractor Supply, wasn't it?
Tractor Supply.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
Lowe's, but that's okay.
There were 4 million people at Lowe's, so I left there.
Yeah. All right.
I can say they had a lot of help out there, but
so that's this, and our next step's going to be twigs and such.
and leaves and all. So we'll have to rake those up, So
but we've got a bunch of twigs laying around that we need to clean up from the yard. He's done a lot of cleaning up.
Well, before this.
Yeah, so we just got to gather them up.
Yeah, but I'm gonna grab the camera and get a shot in here, and then later we'll come back because we got to gather up the twigs, the pine straw, pine cones even. Watched a few videos on YouTube, and they even put pine cones in. Anything that will decompose and help it all grow. But, let me walk up here a moment.
I don't know if you can see Patchy over in the weeds right there.
Yeah, I tried to pick her up.
Come on around.
Where's she at?
She's right.
Oh. Can you see her on it? Yeah, I tried to pick her up when we first started.
That way a little bit. Okay. Can you see Patchy in there?
Let me come around you. This tall grass here that looks like is actually bird seeds that start growing up under the feeder, and she loves to hide in that. She loves to eat the grass that's grown up. I don't know if you call it grass, but this come up from the bird seeds.
No, and, yeah, her bird feeder's under. We call it her bird feeder.
Yeah.
Because it attracts the birds. She just likes to lay there and watch them.
Got another one behind you, but it's it's empty right now.
Oh, they've eaten the stew out of it, hadn't they?
I'll go ahead and show you. I'm not holding the camera, so Karen, I have to look and see if I'm actually got a good shot of it.
Yeah.
Okay. And
so let's walk down here and see this stuff.
Come around you. And these we already had the plastic hanging on. Pull that plastic back so they can just fold it down in there so they can see what a good job he did on building these. They're great looking. And here's the Scott's humus and manure, if I'm holding the camera properly. And here's everything else we got.
Yeah, and then the soil, and you see we only used 1 bale of...
Actually a half a bale.
That's what I meant, was a half a bale of the straw. So,
Have I got it on you good? Okay. Well, all right then.
All right, we're going to continue. I'm going to go gather up some twigs, and we'll get started putting them in there on top of the straw. So hopefully we can get some of it done before the rain comes this evening. All right, bye everybody. Okay, I'm going to clip some of these limbs while he films me so y'all can see, and we can get up closer. I've got to get me a handheld cutter. I couldn't find mine, so that's why I'm using these. Now I'll come back on these bigger ones and I'll cut them down some more. And like these that are hanging off sideways, I'm going to trim that down because I want them to lay kind of flat in the box. And these long pieces I will trim down. I'm not going to leave them this long.
You can trim them once you put them in the box if you want to.
I could, yeah.
Well, you don't have to bend over too long in one place.
Yeah. So let's do that. Let's get some of these. And you see I've got some that are already kind of trimmed down. They're a little bit bigger than what I was cutting, but they just fell out of the trees. And I'm just going to lay them over in here on top of this straw.
Yeah, we wanted dead limbs.
Yeah, and I'm going to cut that off right there. Yeah, you want them dead. You don't want green. Although the idea is, supposedly, once you cover it up with the soil, it'll be deep enough so if there's anything that grows, it's not supposed to grow up through all of that. It's supposed to be too deep. Now, see, that's the idea. Now, I've got a bigger one here, and I'm going to trim this right here in the box, like he was telling you. These cut so easy.
Yeah, those are the new cutters I got during the winter.
Yeah.
When they were marked down. Got them for less than half price.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we did get those.
That's a ratchet type.
Yeah.
If you buy anything like that, you always get the ratchet type. It's so much easier on your arms and hands.
And see, that's the idea. Now I'm going to keep trimming limbs or twigs to go in, and I get me a nice little layer in here, and then we'll fill it up with dirt. But I want to show you something before we go do that.
Which way we headed?
We're going to come up here.
I'm going to go to your bird bath first.
Oh yeah. I bought some succulents.
Not a bird bath anymore.
Not anymore. I bought some succulents, and y'all know I love my little gnomes. So I put some little gnomes in a little house in his little mushroom.
Didn't one of your subscribers send you these?
No, my neighbor.
Neighbor.
My neighbor friend did that.
Okay.
They're for watering.
That's right.
Plants, but I thought he was so cute. He needed to have some color in him. So we're going to come up here. I want to show you a couple of things that I already have planted. And I don't know if I showed you guys this or not. These are my collard greens. Now, what I did, I had a bunch of collards and I cut them off. You've got to have the root bottom. And I put them in a bowl of water and let them start getting little roots on them. And then I planted them and they started growing again. I did the same thing here with onion. You see, I've got me a nice little onion going here. And we've got some more. We planted some green onions. So they'll be coming up soon, hopefully. I got one starting there. This is a celery here. I did the same thing with the celery. I cut off the bottom of the bunch, let it get a few roots on it and some water, and plant it, and you'll get little celery stalks come out about that big around, and they'll continue to grow. I didn't do that with the peppers. I bought those 2 pepper plants, but they're already getting
we got to get some sevens dust and put on those.
They're already getting little buds on them.
I haven't bought any yet this year. We're just getting started.
Yeah, we're going to do some work up in this area. We used to use it all the time. So we're going to go and
yeah, the people that built the beds for us, the wooden beds, also built this swing for us. We've had this swing frame and swing for years, and the swing was time to replace it, but he did an excellent job on it also.
So we're going to put some more twigs in our planters, and then we're going to come back and show you what it looks like when we get ready to put the dirt in, okay?